PC Weather Lab. Here's Eric's forecast.
It was a gorgeous end to 2019 with lots of sunshine today, but we got some changes as we move into 2020. Clouds will return tomorrow, and then soaking rains and even a few thunderstorms could be possible as we move into Thursday. So let's get right to the setup, and we're going to start with the water vapor because that's where we're starting to get the system developing. Right now, it's this big area of low pressure in the upper levels now making its way towards the Baja of California. It's tapping into that subtropical jet stream out in the eastern Pacific, already sending some moisture over Mexico and making its way into the southwestern portion of Texas. That is the moisture that we're going to be watching, and that is going to be the big key in whether or not we get the flooding rains or just some simple rains as we go into Thursday. And you can see this low has now pretty much got closed off, so it's going to be a slow moving system. That's why it's not going to get here until about Thursday, but there's still a little bit of uncertainty on the track. Now, if this thing continues to dig a little bit more to the south, that'll send this more over the Gulf and over top Louisiana. But if it continues to start lifting then up to the north a little sooner, it might send it more over Texas, and we might just get some residual rain move through with the front then as we go later on into Thursday and into Friday. But you can see that system already starting to send some clouds across southern Texas, and some of that is beginning to make its way into Acadiana. So some high clouds are really beginning to thicken up. We saw that on the traffic cams just an hour or so ago. Made for some very picturesque sunsets this evening with those high clouds moving in, but those clouds will continue to stream across Acadiana for our Wednesday, and that's going to keep us on the cooler side, and that's how the model shows it. Gradually, the clouds move in tomorrow, maybe some morning sunshine, but I do expect a good bit of clouds around for our Wednesday. Maybe a stray shower as we go into the second half of our Wednesday, but I think most of tomorrow should be dry. It won't be until that front lifts up tomorrow evening that we could get an isolated shower or two right along it. But I think the better rain chances hold off until we go into Thursday. But this model actually keeps most of the rain more over into Texas and keeps it up towards the Arklatex region and then up into Arkansas as far as the heaviest rains, and then finally brings the front through as we go later on into Thursday and into Thursday evening. Now, with this setup, this goes down on the flooding threat, but it makes it more of a severe weather threat as you're able to get that warmer air out ahead of the front. You start to get more of those isolated storms, so we could start maybe get an isolated tornado. Temperatures will be in the 70s, so enough ingredients to maybe possibly give us a little better chance for some severe weather. But that's the NAM, and so it keeps most of the rains to the north. You can see the heavier showers up there. We're only looking at about an inch for us here in Acadiana, so this would be on the lower end of the rainfall totals. But now I'm going to show you the European model. This is the one that's been more consistent. So clouds for our Wednesday. The front moves through as we head towards midnight, so we'll begin to see scattered showers arrive overnight Wednesday into first thing Thursday morning. That's when the low moves over. You see the yellows. That's the heavier rains, maybe a few thunderstorms in there, but I don't think severe weather with that. I think it's more just those heavy rains with some gusty winds, and then as that moves up, we see more showers, just steady rains continue throughout a good portion of our Thursday. Now, what's going to throw a wrinkle is there's that upper level low that'll be dropping down from the north. Now, depending on what happens with this, if they merge, that could move it faster, or if they stay apart, that could keep the rains lingering into our Friday, as the latest model shows that, as we continue to have at least a few lingering showers even through Friday afternoon. Before then, that secondary front moves through, bringing the cooler temperatures as we push into the weekend. But you do see plenty of sunshine as high pressure builds in across the area. So here's a look at the rainfall totals, at least with the GFS and the Euro. It's going a little bit on the higher side, 2 to 3 inches possible across all of Acadiana. So here's what I'm thinking for our Thursday. Soaking rain is definitely going to be a possibility. We'll still keep it in the 1 to 3 inch range, but I do think isolated higher amounts possible, leading to some minor street flooding. So that's what we have to worry about. And then, as I mentioned, there is that low-end chance for maybe a few severe thunderstorms, as we are under that marginal risk for just about all of Acadiana. Damaging wind gusts and maybe an isolated tornado cannot be ruled out, but I think this is the secondary threat. I think the main threat will be those flooding rain possibilities, especially if we get a good soaking in a short period of time. But for your night, a cool evening as we welcome in 2020 to this evening. 39 for that overnight low of clouds starting to move in. They continue to thicken throughout our Wednesday. 61 for that afternoon high, maybe a stray shower late in the day, but the rains more or less get here as we push into Thursday. We start to clear out and cool off as we push into the weekend and stay on the cooler side into next week with another front bringing a few showers on Tuesday.
All right, thank you, Eric.